All right, welcome to video number 2 in this 3-video series where we're going to try and get our chords and our strumming and all that sort of thing kind of prepared so we can actually learn how to play songs. In the first video, what we did was we talked about proper chord practice, some different tips and things like that to think about when you're practicing. And if you didn't see that video, I would strongly recommend that you watch that one as well. But in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about rhythm and some different things that you can do to work on this. Now, there's a lot of really great stuff that you can learn how to do as far as rhythm and strumming technique and practice tips and all kinds of things. And I'm going to give you a few of those, but I'm doing these videos to let you know I've got a guitar course called How to Play Guitar in 8 Weeks. And it's based off the guitar courses or the guitar classes that I teach. And so there's a lot more information in there, but I'd love to give you some ideas of things and see if this helps you a little bit. And if you're interested, you can always click on the link. There's going to be a link somewhere around this video that you can click on and learn more. So the first video dealt with chords and practicing chords and development of those. What we're going to do now is we're going to talk about strumming. And I'm a firm believer that when you practice these things, your chords and your strumming should be practiced independently to begin with to learn how to feel those two things. Because if you think about it, chords are kind of logical. They're black and white, right? You're either doing D correctly or you're not. You're either playing G correctly or you're not. You know, your fingers are in the right places or whatever. But strumming is more of a creative element. At least it should be, okay? Now again, in the course, we're going to go into this a lot deeper because there's just so much about this, but let me show you some things to think about. So what I try and do is I get people to understand the first thing to do is to practice a technique called scratching, where you just touch all 6 strings. Okay, so I'm not pressing on the strings, I'm just touching them, so when I strum, I just get that scratching sound, okay? So I'm not trying to play the chords and do the rhythm at the same time. I'm not worried about that. We're going to approach that in the next video. In this video, I'm just learning how to practice rhythm. So a great thing to do, and this is what I do with my beginner guitar students, is I teach them how to listen to a song and then strum along with that song, and we're going to do this in the guitar course as well. But I listen to the song and where is it that I tap my foot, right? Or where is it that I snap my fingers? Or where is it that I move my head? That's where we're going to start adding in the downstrums. So if you're listening to a song and you're thinking this is where you'd feel that beat, right? Okay, that's okay. So we start there. So we're thinking here. So what I do then is I start adding these these downstrums, excuse me, right where I'm hearing the downbeat, the beat of that song that I'm listening to, okay? Now, it's always good to choose a song that kind of makes sense with where we are in our guitar journey. I don't want to choose something that's way too fast or it would seem really, really complicating because it's just going to make it even harder for me to do. If I can choose some songs that are kind of straightforward, you know, whether it's the Eagles or, I mean, whoever it might be, right? There's a million bands out there, but just finding something that's kind of normal tempo, slower to mid-tempo. That's a great place to start. So I start adding this in, and what I do is I want to learn to listen to the song and strum at the same time, okay? So it is a timing thing, but eventually as you keep doing it, it's going to become more of a feel thing. So I'm listening to that music and I'm moving my arm, and I'm trying to keep in time with the music, and eventually I hope that I start just kind of feeling it, my arm goes with it, but I need to start there, okay? So that's the first step. Now, we're going to learn that, for instance, we can call this a quarter note or an eighth note, or there's all kinds of different things that we can talk about like that, but for now, let's not really worry about that. Let's just think about the feel of the song and putting those downstrums in. Now, as we add those downstrums and we get comfortable with that, and I would do that with a number of different songs, what you can then do is start learning to play ups in between those downs. So if you know anything about like basic music theory, it's like the relationship from a quarter note to an eighth note. Quarter note would be your down, eighth note would be your down and your up. Or eighth to 16th, okay? That sort of thing. So in music, basically what we're always doing is we're going twice as fast or twice as slow as whatever we were doing. And again, we'll talk about all that. But so as I have these downs here, and then I add my ups. So again, I'm timing it with the music, I'm listening to the song, and I'm playing these. And a really great thing to do in this video is just to practice moving between your downs and your down ups. Maybe you do a series of 4 downs and then 4 downs and 4 ups. 8 total, right? So you go like this. And then, and just kind of move back and forth between those. Now, in the guitar course, we're going to talk about strumming patterns. We're going to talk about organic strumming, learning how to just play along with music, different kinds of things like that. And I'm not going to go into all of that in this video, but this is a great place for you to start. Is just learning how to use the music that you already enjoy to learn how to play those downs and to learn how to play those down ups in between. And what I always tell everybody is always think about your arm as being more of like a maraca. You're not hammering a nail where all your power goes forward, okay? You're trying to learn to keep a nice smooth motion so your downs and ups flow back and forth. Because eventually you're going to learn how to do a variety of downs and ups to create different kinds of patterns, different kinds of grooves, different things like that. So anyway, that's what I want to show you in this video. Be sure to check out the link. You can see if the guitar course is something you might be interested in. Maybe it'll help you. That link will be somewhere around this video. And then in the third video, we're going to try and put these two things together, and I'm going to show you some tips on that. So take care, stay positive, and I'll talk to you soon.